Hi guys, Leah from Go Pilates Essex. I have a stretch program for you. We're just going to combine some stretches, so you could use these after any workout, Pilates workout, or if you've done a plyo video, you could use a stretch out for that as well. If you've been for a long walk or a jog or a run, again, some really good stretches to do after you've done your little workout. So we're going to start in downward dog. So we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to pick the hips all the way up to the ceiling, rising up onto the balls of your feet. And then you're going to lower the heels gently down towards your mat. So you want your head framed in your arms. Your eye line wants to be looking straight between your ankles. Lowering gently through your heels. Easing the hips up towards the ceiling. Chest is easing down towards your mat. Now from there, we're going to come into pigeon stretch. To get there, we're going to lift our left leg behind us into single leg down dog. Then we're going to bend the knee and we're going to bring the knee all the way down to the floor in between our hands. And we're going to slide our other leg back. So we're just sitting on our left hip. So we've got the foot at an angle. We're just gently sinking down onto our left hip. We're going to drag that right leg back as far as feels comfortable. Now the idea is for this stretch is going into the glute. So this might be enough for you, or you might want to just come down a little bit lower onto your forearms. That'll increase the stretch a little bit more. And the more you take your knee out to the diagonal, the more you're going to feel the stretch. So you could have your knee straight ahead, so you could just be sitting with your knee in line with your hip. Try turning it out a little bit so that it's on the diagonal. Then come down. Then you can always take the head even lower down to the floor. Keep dragging that opposite leg behind you. Crawl it back along the floor. Now this should feel nice. It shouldn't feel painful. Just take it as far as feels comfortable for you. So you're going to hold that stretch there for as long as you want, really. About 30 seconds. And then we're going to release. So we're going to come out of that, come back up onto your knees. Now from there, we're going to do a low runner's lunge. Just going to shift back on my mat a little bit. Left leg again, so we're going to do our left side first, I'm going to work our right. So I'm going to step my left foot forward. Now I might need to grab hold of my foot and bring it forward. I've got really short legs, so it's easy for me to get into this position. But if you've got long legs, you might find it a little bit more tricky. Now I'm going to glide that leg a little bit further forward, and then I'm going to shift the weight forward onto that left leg, but I'm going to keep the heel down. Hands are supporting me on the mat. Now I can take this as far down to stretch the right hip as I want. Okay, so just go as far as feels comfortable, again for you. So you can look straight ahead. Now that might be enough. If so, then you can just stay there. If you want to take it a little bit further, increase the stretch a little bit more, you're going to lift the arms up. So you're going to breathe in, reach the hands to the ceiling, and then just sink a little bit further down. So although we're using our left leg, this is actually stretching into our right hip flexor. Lovely stretch. So again, take a few breaths there, take as long as you need. And then bring the hands back down to the floor. Now we're going to shift our weight back. So we're going to transfer the weight onto our right leg. While we do that, we're lifting the toes off of the mat with the left leg. So the toes are coming up towards the ceiling. Now our hands are still down for support on our mat. Again, it's easy for me, I've got shorter legs. If you've got longer legs, then you might just need to adjust your leg over to one side a little bit more. To increase the stretch, you can take a hold of your toes and just pull them in towards you, and you'll feel that that stretch is going right into your calf muscle there. That's the area that we want to target. And then release that off. Now from there, We're going to bring that leg in and we're going to do that on the other side. So we're going to do pigeon first. We're going to come back up into our down dog, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, make sure your feet are hip width apart, heels lifting, and then gently sink them down. Head framed in your arms, eyeline looking right behind you, chest easy down towards the floor, abdominals drawing in. Now we're going to lift the right leg this time. So lift the leg up, it doesn't have to go very high. And then that knee's going to come all the way down and through. You're aiming for that knee to go in between your hands and then just sit down on that right hip. Again, adjust that right leg so you can take it a little bit further out to the side and you'll feel that stretch even more. Crawl and drag your left leg away this time. So if you suffer with sciatic pain, this is a really, really good stretch for you. This might be enough, or come down onto your forearms, takes it a little bit deeper into the muscle, coming down onto your head, lowering your head, takes it even deeper. Just a few breaths there. And then we're going to come back up into the hands, bring that leg, the right leg back in, and then we're going to do that low runner's lunge on our right leg, stretching our left hip flexor. So you're going to get a hold of your right foot, you're going to step it forward. Then you're going to grab a hold of it, place it a little bit further forward, hands down on the floor for support, shift the weight into that right leg. Make sure that your heel and your foot stays flat on the mat. Don't be lifting the heel up. Slide and drag it out. So looking straight ahead, we can take the arms up if we need to. So take a breath in if we just want to increase that stretch a little bit more. Exhale, lower ourselves down. Sinking into that left hip flexor. Arms come down, we're going to shift the weight back onto that left leg. Lift the toes. Stretching through the calf of the right leg. Grab a hold of the toes. Pull that foot up just to increase that stretch a little bit more. You can lower the chest down towards that leg if it wants to go. And release, and then pull the leg back in, back onto your knees. Now this time we're going to come into a really deep hip stretch. So you're going to bring your knees as wide as your mat. And then you're going to turn your feet out. So your legs are like frog's legs. Okay, so if you were standing up, you would be in a wide squat position and the feet are turned out to the side. Now you want to get your knees as wide as feels comfortable, and that will depend on the flexibility of your hips. Now once your knees are as wide as feels comfortable, come down onto your forearms. Palms face flat on the mat, keeping your abdominals in. You're just going to shift your weight forward. So you're just easing your body weight onto your forearms. You're going to take a breath. As you exhale, you're just going to shift your body weight back. So you're just sinking back into your hips. Now take it forward again. Now make sure that you've got enough cushioning underneath your knees for this. So you can always put an extra cushion underneath there if you feel you need to. And we're just gently shifting forwards and backwards. Nice and gently. Now this next one, we're going to hold it. So we come forward and then take it back. So you're going to try not to let your bottom stick up in the air. You're just shifting the weight forward, keeping the arms down on the floor, and just sink back into your hips as far as feels comfortable. Okay, then from there, walk the hands in, bring the knees in, and just sit back into shell stretch, reach the arms away, and then come back up onto your hands and your knees. We're going to go into cat stretch. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tummy muscles in, take a breath in. As you breathe out, drop the crown of the head towards the floor, tuck the tailbone under and arch the back to the ceiling. Inhale, just release back to where you started. Try not to hyperextend as you come up. Exhale and arch the back up. Inhale to release, nice long neck. And breathe out. And inhale to release. Okay, so from there we're going to come back up into downward dog. So just check that your knees are hip width apart and they haven't come too close together. Curl the toes under. Again, push up onto the balls of the feet into that down dog position, lifting the hips high, and then let the heels gently sink down into your mat as far as feels comfortable. Now from there, we're just going to walk our hands in towards our feet. Nice and gently. You can bend the knees if you need to. Just going to come forward a little bit on my mat there. Walk the hands gently in. Now before we roll up, we're just going to hang loose. So you're going to grab hold of your elbows, crown of the head drop down towards the floor, and just hang there. Knees are soft. Just a little shake through the upper body. Head, neck, shoulders. Just let your body weight pull you forward. Okay, then from there you're going to take a breath in and start to roll up. Nice and slowly. Bone by bone. Through the spine. All the way up nice and tall, shoulders roll and head comes up last. And that is your little stretch program.